Hello, my name is Benitez and I'm the counselor at Wanimi Elementary. And for the following weeks, I am going to make video lessons about different topics. And today we are going to talk about something that's called self-regulation. And this presentation is going to explain and teach you about flipping your lid. So let's get started.
Your brain is incredible. It helps you to talk, see, feel, smell, think, taste, and do so many other things. But sometimes our brain can cause us problems. Have you ever been so mad, scared, or worried that it's like you stop being able to think? This is what we call flipping your lid. Flipping your lid is when your brain is so stressed out that you act or say things without thinking first. There are different parts of your brain that control your thinking and your feelings. So let's start by making a fist. We're going to use this as a model of your brain. So when you make a fist, the front part of your fingers are going to represent the front part of your brain that controls your thinking, and your thumb is going to represent the middle part of your brain that controls your feelings. So when you're making a fist and you're using your thinking first, you're going to be able to work on making good choices. But when you flip your lid and your big feelings are taking control, your emotions are going to be guiding what you say and how you act. So imagine you have been working on a school project all day and your brother plays with it and breaks it by accident. You get so upset that you start yelling at your brother. So we would say that you flipped your lid. Or imagine that you watch a scary movie with your family and at night you hear a noise coming from another room. You think about the movie, get really scared, and start crying. We would say that you flip your lid. So, what can you do when that happens? You can stop, name your feeling, and try to calm down. When we stop, we want to notice the signals that your body is giving you. Is your heart beating fast? Are you clenching your fist? Do you have sweaty palms? And when your body is giving you those signals, you can also use a stop signal to remind you to take a moment. You can use a word or a phrase like hold on, chill out, or relax. Then, when we stop, we want to be able to name how we feel. So think about it. Are you sad, scared, embarrassed, confused, angry, worried? And once we know how we feel, we want to be able to work on calming down. So, one of the first things that I recommend is breathing. You can breathe in and now count to 10. You can also work on having happy thoughts. You can exercise. You can try some reading. You can listen to music, whatever works for you and helps you calm down. There are some other strategies that you can use. There's something that's called self talk. And when you're having a really hard time, you can use your self talk to remind yourself that it's okay. I'm just having a hard time. This feeling will pass, and I should try my calming strategies. And if things are too much, you can also try talking to somebody else about the way that you feel.
So let's review what we just learned. We learned that we can use our hand as a model of the brain. And if you make a fist, the front part of your hand can represent the front part of your brain that controls your thinking. And your thumb is going to represent the part of your brain that controls your emotions and feelings. So when we talked about flipping your lid, it means that if something happens that makes you really upset, really sad, really worried, when you have big emotions, we say that you flipped your lid. And it means that the emotions, this part of your brain, is what's controlling kind of what you're saying and how you're behaving. So, our goal when we flip our lid is to be able to make this, to come back to a place where you're able to kind of process what's going on and to use your thinking more than your feelings. And how do we do that? Well, we talked about the three steps you can follow. First, you stop, and we stop by recognizing the signals that our body is sending us. If we notice that our heart's beating really fast, if you feel that you're nervous, if you're yelling a lot, then we want to be able to name our feeling and say, this is how I feel. Oh, I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling worried. I'm feeling scared. And the third part is to be able to use some of your calming strategies so you're able to calm down. We talked about how breathing is very helpful, but there are some other things that you can do that can work for you. And it's very important to remember that we all flip our lids. It happens to everyone. We all have big emotions, but it is even more important to be able to learn what works for you so you're able to process what you're feeling and you're able to recognize it and work through all those feelings. So I'm really hoping that this lesson was helpful for you and that you learn what it means to flip your lid and that we start thinking about what are some of the strategies that you can use when that happens to you.